Indian News 24-hour.
The apex court had also made it abundantly clear that it is not commenting on the element of criminality, if any, in the case. New Delhi The CBI court's acquittal of all the accused in the 2G Spectrum case may seem to repudiate the 2012 Supreme Court ruling which cancelled 122 telecom licenses allotted in 2008, citing irregularities in allocation, but legal experts said the two were adjudicating on different domains of law. While the trial court addressed criminality associated with the grant of those licenses, the apex court dealt with the civil aspect of the process of giving out natural resources, including allocation on 2G spectrum, the experts said. The SC judgment found flaws in the way the GOI went about giving licenses, on the ground that it should have been auction policy violated Article 14 and that there were some arbitrary decisions, said senior Supreme Court lawyer Harish Sav. None of these by themselves involve criminality. Sav went on to criticize the CBI for trying to find issues of corruption and wrongdoing where none existed, basing his comments on what the special CBI judge Saini said in his judgment on Thursday. Incidentally, the case of cheating the telecom department was a figment of CBI imagination. It's like the police telling you that you have been robbed, when you say that there has been no robbery in your house. Never said they were cheated. The CBI said that was cheated, Sav said in response to ET's questions on the 2G judgment. Sav had appeared for Anil Ambani, chairman of Reliance Communications RCOM, in the case. RCOM unit, Reliance Telecom Limited, was acquitted of CBI's charges that it had used Swan Telecom as a front company to cheat the dot and corner 2G bandwidth in 2008. Harsh Walia, associate partner, Kaitan Co., said the earlier Supreme Court judgment and the present verdict by the CBI court, although overlapping to some extent, primarily operate in different spheres. The present verdict is on criminal liability of certain individuals, whereas the Supreme Court was more concerned with the constitutionality process of allotment of spectrum under civil law, said Walia. The CBI court's domain of adjudication is entirely different from that of the one decided by the apex court, said former additional Solicitor General and senior Supreme Court lawyer Mohan Jain. The questions about a possible conflict between the two orders arose with the Supreme Court order of Judge G.S. Singhvi and Judge A.K. Ganguly having pointed to alleged corruption and collusion with some companies on the part of then Telecom Minister A. Raja while allocating those licenses in 2008. The CBI court, on its part, found no proof of corruption on the part of Raja. The two courts, however, concurred on the point that the first-come first-served process of allocating spectrum was flawed. The material produced before the court shows that the Minister of CIT wanted to favor some companies at the cost of the public exchequer, the apex court's 2012 order said. It added, evidence leaves no room for doubt that everything was stage-managed to favor those who were able to know in advance change in the implementation of the first-come first-served principle. Further, the Supreme Court order pointed to Raja's alleged corruption and favoritism towards some companies and their subsequent actions. This becomes clear from the fact that soon after obtaining the licenses, some of the beneficiaries offloaded their stakes to others in the name of transfer of equity or infusion of fresh capital by foreign companies, and thereby made huge profits, the apex court had ruled. The apex court though observed that its order shall not, in any manner, affect the pending investigation or prejudice the defense of those who are facing prosecution in the cases registered by the CBI and the special judge. The CBI Court of Special Judge Saini found no evidence of any corruption in the 2G case and acquitted all 18 accused individuals and associated companies in two cases filed by the CBI and one by the Enforcement Directorate. Both agencies will be challenging the verdict in a higher court. There is no evidence on the record produced before the court indicating any criminality in the acts allegedly committed by the accused persons relating to fixation of cutoff date, manipulation of first-come first-served policy, allocation of spectrum to dual technology applicants, ignoring ineligibility of STPL Swan Telecom Private Limited and Unitech Group companies, non-revision of entry fee and transfer of $200 crore to Kaligner TVP Limited as illegal gratification, Judge Saini observed. It needs to be appreciated that the proceeding before the Supreme Court was a civil proceeding. The apex court had also made it abundantly clear that it is not commenting on the element of criminality, if any, in the case. The special CBI court was to decide whether any criminality was involved in the case. It has found none, said another senior Supreme Court lawyer. Mamata likely to address rallies in Gujarat. Against Gastrian says bump stocks should be addressed by Regulation House panel to address issues relating to data. Government open to amending IBC to address practical difficulty. Sushma Swaraj to address UN General Assembly tonight.